Jaya Jaya, you are not responsible for your partner's shadows. If everybody would understand this very simple truth, you are not responsible for your partner's shadows. What you are is responsible for the way you respond to their shadows. It means that if your partner is angry, sad, or is having a challenging day or something like that, you are responsible for your energetic or emotional response to what is happening inside of them. Are you shaming them? Are you trying to change them? Do you feel uncomfortable by their reaction? This is what you really have to check. This is what you have to master. It is your energetic and emotional response. So it's not so much about changing the other person or trying to influence the other person. You can just open space and be like, you know what? I'm cool with what's happening inside of you. That's totally okay with me. This is a possible reaction. But the place where you can really modulate and play and discover how this is impacting your field, what is it bringing for you when your partner is sad, for instance, or your partner is angry. We're going to take just those two very simple emotions, core emotions, or core shadow emotions. You go like, how do you respond? What is your energetic and emotional response to that? And what are the actions that you take when you're exposed to that? Again, is it trying to suppress that emotion in your partner? Is it trying to shame it, trying to change it? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? How do you respond? Because I do believe that the way you respond, in your response itself, you can go into immature responses or mature responses, right? For instance, if your partner is angry, you can escalate with them, right? You can go into this fire, get triggered by their anger, not understand, try to solve their problems or something like that. Or you can just be like, wow, you're having an emotion. That's fascinating. That's okay. That's cool. I actually like it. I actually like it when you are able to go into intensity, because that reveals to me something about you that I would not know otherwise. So that's a very valid response. Another valid response is, looks like something is happening to you right now that has nothing to do with me. I don't have the feeling I need to be exposed to that right now. I'm going to go and do my own thing, and I come back when you are back to your own self, to being in a mature space. So you have dozens of possible responses, dozens of possible moves that you can engage when your partner is in shadow zone. And sometimes it's the right thing to hold space for that person's emotions, and sometimes not. Sometimes you've got another mission for the day, for the hour, for the time being, where that emotion or this thing that is happening in your partner's life is something that they have to process, digest, integrate, play with by themselves. So do you need to process it together or not? This is a really core question. So all that means that when you are exposed to a shadow, to something that is potentially immature in your partner, or even mature, right? It can be a sadness which is really felt profoundly, and that's a really mature response in them. They might be like, and tears are coming out, and it's a very integrated shadow expression. It means that it's a mature shadow. So, for instance, they might be going through something like that, and you just there witnessing, allowing it. That's a mature response, for instance. But what is going to determine if you are having a mature response to their emotion or not is going to be a very simple thing that you can check. Are you enslaved right now? Are you contracted? Are you trapped into something that you're not controlling inside of you? Or are you expanded, and are you navigating that from a place of mastery? Are you master of your reaction, or master of how you are responding to what is happening in them? Or are you enslaved by something that is triggering you, or that is taking you to places that are immature? So, for instance, if your partner is angry, do you get triggered by their anger? Do you get contracted? Do you do you go into a whole spinning of thoughts, emotions, what the fuck, or do you go like, cool, that's okay, that's fine. So depending on how you navigate that, it's going to expand your field, connect you with your partner deeper. It's going to allow a shadow expression in them to actually be a place where you can bond deeper with your partner. And again, I'm not going to go into the full set of possible strategies on how to navigate your partner's shadows. But what I want you to know is that within the way you can navigate your partner's shadows, there is going to be mature responses. This is what you want. And there is going to be immature responses. The immature responses, are going to bring you out of your center. The mature responses are going to allow you to stay really present. And one of the things to understand is that you are going to be exposed to your partner's shadows at some point or another. So you better have some form of strategies and understanding of how to navigate that. When your partner is having a challenging emotion, just saying, and blocking that and not wanting to see it because it's uncomfortable, that's not a solution which is good enough. You need to have some form of strategy to be able to navigate life when your partner is exposed to some shadows. So it's really a good idea to start checking that really, really deeply and understand the dynamics of what it means to be a shadow master. Shadow master means two specific things. How do you navigate your own shadows, and how do you navigate your emotions and your energies when you are exposed to somebody else's shadows or external shadows? We're not going to go into the full range of possibilities there, but this is more or less the frames that you want to check. I love you, and I'll see you soon.